The Aegean Sea holds many treasures, but few shine as brightly as Patmos, a Greek island draped in history and spirituality. Perched atop Patmos's highest point, the Monastery of St. John the Theologian stands as a beacon of faith. This formidable fortress, built in the 11th century, has guarded the island's sacred ground for centuries. Stepping through the monastery's arched gateway is like entering another realm. Courtyards adorned with intricate mosaics and fragrant gardens offer a serene respite. The air hums with the soft chants of monks, their voices echoing through the centuries-old halls. The monastery's library houses one of the world's most significant collections of Byzantine documents. High above the port of Scala, nestled amongst the rocky peaks, lies Chorá, the captivating capital of Patmos. Wandering through Chorá's narrow, winding streets is like stepping back in time. The maze of alleyways, barely wide enough for two people to pass, were designed to confuse pirates and invaders. The houses of Chorá, many dating back to the Byzantine and Ottoman periods, are a testament to the island's architectural heritage. As the sun sets, locals gather in the main square, creating an atmosphere that is both welcoming and enchanting. At the heart of Chorá, dominating the skyline, stands the Monastery of St. John the Theologian. Founded in the 11th century by the Byzantine monk Christodoulos, the monastery has withstood the test of time. Entering the monastery is like stepping into another world. The heavy wooden gates open onto a cobblestone courtyard, a haven of peace and tranquility. The monastery's architecture blends fortifications with graceful arches, intricate mosaics, and peaceful courtyards. As you wander through Chorá, you'll notice that the legacy of faith extends beyond the monastery walls. Churches and chapels, some dating back to the Byzantine era, are scattered throughout the village. One such church, the Church of Panagia dia Sozusa, stands guard at the highest point of the village. These churches and chapels are integral parts of Chorá's social and cultural life. Approaching the Monastery of St. John the Theologian, you're struck by its imposing presence. In the 11th century, the Byzantine Emperor Alexios I Komnenos granted the island to the exiled soldier priest, John Christodoulos. To protect this sanctuary, thick defensive walls were erected, complete with towers and battlements. Passing through the heavy wooden gates, you enter a world apart. The monastery complex showcases a harmonious blend of Byzantine and Ottoman-era architecture. At the heart of the monastery lies its spiritual core, the main church, dedicated to St. John the Theologian. Byzantine mosaics adorn the walls and ceilings, depicting scenes from the life of Christ and St. John. Adjacent to the main church, you'll find the monastery's treasury, a treasure trove of religious artifacts and relics. The monastery's refectory provides a fascinating glimpse into the daily lives of monks. No visit to the Monastery of St. John the Theologian is complete without a visit to its library. Here lies a treasure trove of knowledge, one of the most important collections of Byzantine manuscripts in the world. Scholars from around the world flock to Patmos to study these manuscripts. Before leaving the monastery, take a moment to soak in the breathtaking views from its terraces. Just a short walk downhill from the imposing monastery of St. John the Theologian lies the Cave of the Apocalypse. Hidden within the rocky slopes of Patmos, this natural grotto holds a special significance for Christians worldwide. It's here, according to tradition, that St. John received the divine visions that inspired the book of Revelation. Stepping inside the cave, you're immediately struck by a palpable sense of peace and serenity. A silver iconostasis marks the spot where John is said to have rested his head while receiving his visions. The cave is dimly lit, revealing the natural beauty of the grotto. As you stand within the cave of the Apocalypse, it's impossible not to feel the weight of the words that were supposedly written here. The Book of Revelation, with its vivid imagery, has captivated and challenged readers for centuries. Picture St. John, exiled to this remote island, seeking solace in prayer and contemplation. These visions, written down by his scribe Prochorus, became the Book of Revelation. Standing within the cave, you can almost hear the echo of John's words, a timeless message of hope and warning. For centuries, the Cave of the Apocalypse has been a place of pilgrimage, drawing visitors from all corners of the Christian world. Pilgrims seeking spiritual renewal or a deeper connection to their faith come to this sacred grotto to pray, to reflect, and to connect with the legacy of St. John. The act of pilgrimage, of journeying to a sacred site, has always held a special significance for people of faith. It's a physical manifestation of a spiritual journey, a way of stepping outside the routines of everyday life and encountering the divine. For many pilgrims who visit the Cave of the Apocalypse, the journey is as important as the destination. The walk down from the monastery, along a winding path lined with olive trees and wildflowers, offers ample opportunity for quiet reflection. With each step, the cares of the world seem to fall away, replaced by a sense of peace and anticipation. And upon reaching the cave, many pilgrims experience a profound sense of connection, not only to St. John and the early Christians, but to something far greater than themselves. The Cave of the Apocalypse is a reminder that faith is not confined to grand cathedrals or imposing structures. It can flourish in the most humble of places, in the silence of a cave, in the whisper of the wind, in the depths of our own hearts. It's a place where the veil between heaven and earth seems thin, where the past and present converge, and where the power of belief continues to inspire and transform. The sacred sites of Patmos, the Monastery of St. John the Theologian, and the Cave of the Apocalypse are not relics of a bygone era, but living testaments to the enduring power of faith and history. They are deeply intertwined with the island's identity, shaping its culture, traditions, and daily life. For the people of Patmos, these sites are not just tourist attractions, but sources of deep spiritual significance and communal pride. Throughout the year, religious festivals and processions wind their way through the narrow streets of Chorá, culminating at the monastery or the cave. These celebrations, vibrant with color, music, and faith, offer a glimpse into the soul of Patmos, where ancient traditions blend seamlessly with modern life. Visitors are welcome to witness these events, to experience the palpable sense of devotion and community that fills the air. Beyond the religious aspect, the sites have played a vital role in shaping the island's cultural landscape. The monastery, with its library and collection of artifacts, has been a center of learning and scholarship for centuries, attracting theologians, historians, and artists from across the globe. This exchange of ideas has enriched the island's intellectual life, fostering a tradition of openness and inquiry. Moreover, the presence of these sacred sites has fostered a strong sense of community on Patmos. Locals, bound by their shared heritage and faith, come together to preserve and celebrate their unique cultural identity. This sense of unity is palpable in the warm hospitality extended to visitors, making Patmos a truly special destination. The sacred sites of Patmos, drawing pilgrims and tourists alike, have become a cornerstone of the island's economy. However, the local community recognizes the importance of balancing tourism with the preservation of their spiritual heritage. The goal is not simply to attract visitors, but to offer them a meaningful and respectful experience. Efforts are made to ensure that tourism development on the island remains sustainable and sensitive to the sacred nature of the sites. Local authorities and religious leaders work together to manage visitor flow, particularly during peak seasons, to minimize disruption to religious services and preserve the tranquility of these sacred spaces. Visitors are encouraged to approach these sites with respect and reverence, adhering to dress codes and guidelines for behavior. Information panels and guided tours provide historical and religious context, enhancing visitors' understanding and appreciation of the site's significance. Furthermore, local businesses, from hotels and restaurants to souvenir shops, are encouraged to promote sustainable practices and offer authentic products that reflect the island's cultural heritage. The aim is to create a tourism industry that benefits the local community while preserving the very essence of what makes Patmos unique. Preserving the physical and spiritual integrity of Patmos's sacred sites is an ongoing endeavor, requiring collaboration between religious authorities, government agencies, and international organizations. The Monastery of St. John the Theologian, the Cave of the Apocalypse, and the historic town of Chorá are all protected by UNESCO World Heritage status, recognizing their outstanding universal value. Conservation efforts focus on maintaining the structural integrity of the buildings, preserving delicate frescoes and mosaics, and protecting ancient manuscripts from the ravages of time. Expert restorers, using traditional techniques and materials, work tirelessly to ensure that these treasures remain for future generations. Beyond physical preservation, there's a concerted effort to safeguard the intangible heritage of Patmos, the traditions, rituals, and way of life that give these sites their profound meaning. Local initiatives promote traditional crafts, music, and religious practices, ensuring that these cultural expressions are passed down to future generations. The island of Patmos stands as a shining example of how faith, history, and tourism can coexist harmoniously. By embracing sustainable practices, fostering respectful dialogue, and prioritizing the preservation of their unique heritage, the people of Patmos are ensuring that these sacred sites continue to inspire and captivate visitors for generations to come. As you stand on the sun-drenched shores of Patmos, gazing out at the endless expanse of the Aegean Sea, you can't help but feel a profound sense of connection to the past. This small island, steeped in history and spirituality, has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the ebb and flow of civilizations, and the enduring power of faith. It's a place where time seems to stand still, where the echoes of ancient voices mingle with the gentle lapping of waves against the shore. The Monastery of St. John the Theologian, perched high on its hilltop, stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. For centuries, it has served as a beacon of hope, a refuge for those seeking solace and inspiration. Within its hallowed halls, generations of monks have dedicated their lives to prayer and contemplation, their devotion etched into the very stones of the building. Down in the labyrinthine streets of Chorá, life unfolds at a slower pace. Whitewashed houses, adorned with vibrant bougainvillea, cling to the hillside, their blue-trimmed windows framing breathtaking views of the Aegean. The scent of jasmine and the sound of laughter fill the air as locals gather in the main square, sharing stories and sipping strong Greek coffee. And then there's the Cave of the Apocalypse, a place of profound spiritual resonance. Within this humble grotto, St. John is said to have received the divine visions that inspired the Book of Revelation. Whether you interpret his words literally or metaphorically, there's no denying their power to provoke thought, to challenge our assumptions, and to remind us of the transient nature of earthly concerns. Patmos is more than just a beautiful island. It's a sanctuary for the soul. It's a place where you can disconnect from the noise and distractions of modern life and reconnect with something deeper, something more meaningful. Whether you're drawn to its history, its spirituality, or simply its breathtaking beauty, Patmos has a way of staying with you long after you've left its shores. As you journey home, carrying with you the memories of sun-drenched landscapes, ancient stones, and the enduring spirit of faith, remember the lessons learned on this sacred island. Remember the power of silence and solitude, the importance of preserving our cultural heritage, and the enduring hope that faith can offer, even in the darkest of times. The light of Patmos, like the flickering flame of a candle, has shone brightly for centuries, guiding travelers, pilgrims, and seekers of truth. May its warmth continue to illuminate our paths, reminding us of the enduring power of faith, the beauty of the human spirit, and the timeless connection we all share. As you reflect on your journey to Patmos, may you carry a piece of its magic within your heart, a reminder that even in a world often consumed by darkness, there is always light to be found.